Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiujitsu2000 here today. I've got Justin with me.
Hello.
We're back. Right now, we're currently hiking the Arizona Trail with the objective of having an overnighter tonight. This is going to be our summer overnighter for 2019. It's beautiful out here. This is such beautiful country. All these ferns everywhere. There's yarrow everywhere. It's just really pretty. So we're gonna try to find us a spot here and hopefully set up camp and make some fire and eat a little food and share some company. And the main thing is we're getting out. That's what life's about. Getting out, having a good time, hanging out with your friends. Look at that sign right there, Arizona Trail. Pretty cool. So you see on the tree here, they got some blaze marks. They usually put them about eye level high, so we just keep looking for those. We're down in the bottom of a canyon. We're actually on the Mogollon Rim right now. Really nice. I'm looking forward to this trip. It's gonna be fun. There's a little bit of water. Almost like a kind of a dry creek looking area. So pretty out here. Smells good. There's some more water off here in the distance. Now this plant right here, I think this is called elk tongue. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what that's called. Let's go take a closer look at this water. I see some minnows swimming around in there. Yeah, right there. Some minnows. So I'm curious if there's crawdads. Maybe we'll take a look tonight and see if we can find some. Definitely minnows though. Last time I was here, we found a water snake. That's pretty cool. That's that elk tongue, I believe. That real leafy looking plant right there. Here's some more blaze marks, huh?
Oh yeah, saw some bear poop.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, bear poop. There's some coyote scat. A lot of different animals, in fact. It's pretty cool on this trail. The weather's nice today. There's another blaze, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Crazy, huh?
It's pretty cool. Looks like an 8
It does, huh?
face.
It's interesting. But this is what life's about, folks. Getting out, enjoying nature. Look, what's that?
Summertime.
Summertime, yeah, with your friends. Here's another marker. Arizona Trail. More water. This little creek type area. So this is the water we're going to be drinking.
I can see it rain.
Yes, last time I was here it rained and it was cool because there was water coming right down the mountain. Boom. Like a waterfall. It was really neat. It's a beautiful hike. You see a lot of usnea, old man's beard in the trees. So on the hike, I always try to pick some of that up in an effort to have some fire starter once we get to camp. So this is that stuff, that old man's beard usnea. Let's grab a little bit of that. Fire making qualities. That'll go in my tinder pile. There's some punk wood there too. So this will go in the pocket. Get nice and dry. these ferns. Kind of neat.
Like a jungle.
It's like a little jungle. Look at, where's Justin?
I'm even wearing the tiger stripe hat too.
I'm afraid he might get lost.
Right? I'll just blow my whistle.
He's right up there on the branch. I don't know if you can see him. There's a squirrel up there, right there. We are tired. It's hot. Thinking that the temperatures are probably in the high 90s. This is our camp. This is where we're going to set up for the night. And here is Caleb's turkey feather right there. And here's our shelter. Very nice. Plenty. Oh, there's my tinder file from last time right there. So looks like pretty cool, huh? Yeah. This is the second portion of the shelter, which is going to be the second person. So we might want to work on that a little bit maybe. But there was no cordage involved. Just found a tree that had a wedge, and we didn't want the log to go too low, so we put another piece of wood below it so that it would raise the ridge pole a little bit. And I stayed in there overnight when it rained all night, and I stayed dry. So it worked out pretty good. So it looks like we'll probably get our camp set up, and I'm happy that we're here.
Yeah, that was a long go.
It was a long hike. So we're going to take a break and rest a bit. Justin's back.
I'm all sweat back.
Sweating. How's mine look? Is mine bad too?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's our hike.
Yeah, that was a deep one.
That's pretty crazy. I'm glad we're here. Now it's time to rehydrate and chill. Okay, it's time to make a fire. I want to give a quick shout out to Jack Sellers. Here's my set. I already have dust in my notch. I'm burned in. The type of wood that I'm using is aspen. My spindle's a little bit short. When the spindle gets short, it gets a little bit difficult. But all I need to do is ignite that dust. Okay, what do we have here? Looks like we have a very weak ignition. It might go out, I'm not sure yet. Right now it's a patient man's game. You want to be careful not to fan too hard, or you'll fan it out. So take your time at this point. There's my ember. So I'm just going to relax and take a deep breath. Show you my set. I have a good pile of dust, so it's going to last a little bit of time. I have some time now. So here's a look at my hearth board. This is aspen wood. This is my spindle. It's a little bit shorter than I usually like to use. And when the spindle gets too short, it gets difficult. Here's my bearing block that I used. Just a rock that I pitted out. Again, there's my, not an ember anymore, it's a coal now. So it's graduated up. And you could see my coal catcher. Here's my bow. My bow is a piece of salt cedar that's green. And I've been using fairly straight bows recently. No bigger than the diameter of my finger, and it's been working out pretty good for me. Right here I have my tinder bundle, just some dried grass, and I've got some punkwood laid down inside of there, and I have some usnea, some old man's beard underneath the punkwood. That punkwood is going to be a coal extender, so once I get the coal and transfer it over to this, that's going to hold that coal. I also have some smalls over here behind me. I've got some smaller wood, and then all the way up to fuel. The biggest thing that I can recommend at this point is to not get in a hurry. Take your time. Transferring the coal into the tinder bundle is sometimes difficult. It's very fragile. You don't want to get careless with it, because there's many times that I've tried to transfer my coal into my tinder pile and the coal fell apart and died on me. So what I've found that works pretty good is if I can take my tinder pile and put it right on top of the coal nice and loose, and then flip the whole thing over as a unit. That'll transfer that coal into my tinder pile, and it'll do it safely. From here, I'm going to blow very lightly, making sure that it's still alive, which it is. And I have more punkwood that's dry right here, readily available. I also have some old man's beard right here, usnea, and I have some pine sap over there, just in case I need something to extend the fire. I want to pay attention to the wind, and I want to see where is the smoke going, because I want to be on the downside of the wind so that it's carrying the smoke away from me. Now, the more smoke that I see, the more air I'll introduce into this pile. So I'm going to taco it very loosely, and I'm going to start to blow. Take a breath, see where the smoke's going. The smoke's still coming, so we're good to go. We're about to go to flames, which we are right now. Now when you see the flames, you flip the flames over on top of itself. From here, I'm going to put a bunch of smalls on, nice and small. And I want to wait to add more fuel until the flames are above the current level of fuel that's there. Put some punkwood on there, and my main thing is just to get this fire going and keep it going. Friction fire, when you have success, it's such a good feeling. You feel like you've really accomplished something important. I don't need this old man's beard. I'm going to keep it with my set away from the fire. And that's really all there is to it. So now we have fire, and life is good. Okay, I got a little bit of water filtration going on. Got my Sawyer squeeze on a gravity feed system. And over here above the fire, we've got some jerky started. So that's looking pretty good. And then there's the shelter. Justin's bringing in some firewood. We got a little plow point set up over here. We decided to set this up because we kind of thought that there might be some rain rolling in. So we set that up as a precaution, just in case. Even though this shelter is good to go. Now when it comes to the jerky, what I try to do is I try to have the meat as thin as I can get it, and I try to put it at least a foot above the flames, so the heat and the smoke is what jerks the meat. We're not cooking it, we're jerking it. Justin brought a chair, and I just made a chair. His is a lot more comfortable, but this one works for now. I'm jealous. His chair is rocking it. Look at that. But this will work
Oh, yeah.
in a pinch. I took some pine needles, wrapped them up in my shema, tied the corners together. It gets me up a little bit. We've been over here filtering water, staying hydrated, and we're just relaxing.
Listening to thunder.
Yeah, listening to the sound of nature and watching the television. Nature's television. It never changes the channel.
Yeah, it just gets more intense or less.
Yes. So we're enjoying our trip, having a good time. We got plenty of firewood. Justin chilling in his chair.
Thinking about getting rained on?
Yeah, we're thinking about getting rained on a little bit. We've been working on the shelter a little bit. I went to go get some water. I came back and Justin had a lot of work done. It's kind of cool.
It's hard to find though.
Yeah, a lot of poles, and we're gonna try to get some more poles in there and put some more pine needles on there if we can. Well, I decided to hunker down in the shelter. Justin got under the plow point. The rain is starting to come down. Not too bad. But this shelter is plenty dry in here. No problems. The last trip that I came out here, I stayed the night in this shelter, and I stayed dry all night long, and it rained all night long. So I'm confident that it'll hold up again. I would like to get about 18 inches of boughs or more needles on this whole exterior of the shelter, but we haven't gotten that done yet. Another thing I want to talk about is the jerky. You can see that I put some boughs over the jerky. That helps do three things. It helps keep the bugs off the meat, it helps keep the meat dry, and it also helps contain the smoke within the meat. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. The meat is already jerked enough to the point where the water ain't really gonna hurt it. So we're good to go. So I'm just gonna sit in here and kind of wait this little storm out. See what happens. Well, we are in the middle of eating a little jerky. At least I'm eating some jerky. Justin's eating some bannock.
Also known as biscuit on a stick.
Yes. So the jerky's turning out very well. I just dropped a piece.
Oh, mine.
You got dibs on it? I'll set them on the rock. My bannock is being cooked on the rock like a drop biscuit.
Pretty good.
Here's what the jerky looks like. Turned out really good.
Yep. Some golden brown going on.
He's got his bannock on a stick. You know, I was going to tell you, there's something about eating meat that's been cooked or jerked over smoke. Naturally this way, it makes you almost feel primitive.
Right? Yep.
Makes you feel like I am a man and I'm eating meat.
Over fire.
Mm-hmm.
On a stick.
A lot of things that we did, you know, the fire by friction, making jerky the old way, bannock, very simple recipe.
We made tea.
We made pine tea.
And got.
So we have some potatoes as well. Our idea is dig a hole, put a light layer of coals, not too much, put the potatoes in, put a light layer of coals on the top, bury the coals, check them in about an hour. How is your bannock?
It's delicious with smoke.
Jerky's amazing. Tastes really good.
Yeah. I had to move, man. It's just I was getting vaporized.
It's good stuff. I've always wondered if there's food. There's one kind of hightailing it. He would probably, I'm guessing this guy would be pretty easy to catch.
Yeah.
But he's not very big.
And he's confused. He keeps walking back.
And he's like, oh, light.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's kind of the only one trapped on this side, too.
Yeah, he is. we went up there by our shelter and checked a water source there, and there was a lot of crawdads up there. So we thought we'd come down to this water, see what we could find. There's a little one there underneath that water spider.
Dang, that one water spider is beating up the other one.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. All the spiders are coming out looking for
Territorial
food and stuff. Just in case you're wondering what lights we're using, Justin has the WowTac A2S. I have the Olight. That's his headlamp. And then my headlamp is a Olight H1. There's a good size one.
Yeah, that one's big.
And the flashlight that we're using is the Seeker 2 Pro. So look at that guy. Look at that dude. He don't know where to go.
I got the baton, the light baton.
The S1. S1R, the original. Yeah, check that out. Right there, boom. It's a good light. These are good lights. But this dude, he don't know where he wants to go. Yep, he could be easy to clean, easy to pick. I think I can catch that dude. He's gonna try to hide under this rock. I think I might have him. Yep, this guy right here. Look at him trying to. He's sure trying to reach back. It's kind of crazy. Sorry, buddy, you're not gonna get me. Let's put him on the. Huh?
What was that? He just fell in the water next to you.
A little June bug.
Oh.
Some kind of bug.
He just dive bombed you, man.
He's like, Olight.
He almost got you.
He must be an Olight fan. Let's see if this dude, how fast it takes him to get to the water. Look at him backing up. Move that grass!
And then he's gone.
There he goes. So check this dude out. This dude, I was cruising on some friction fire practice. And this dude rolled up. But a minute ago, we had one of these dudes rolled up on Justin, and he's like a salamander or something, like real wet and sticky.
He feels weird on your arm.
Yeah, he's like cruising around looking for water or something. Kind of a cool looking, kind of reminds me of a salamander.
Yeah, or skinks or something.
Yeah, he's got really neat markings.
Pretty chill lizard.
Yeah, they're just chilling, and he's like real wet feeling. Today is in the books. It's time for bed. It's about 10:30. We had a good time. Got a lot accomplished today. The shelter is holding up good. We got rain a little bit here, a little bit there. We went down to the creek and saw some crawdads. So that was kind of nice. So if we were hurting for food, we could have that option. But we're doing okay on food. But this camp has been a lot of fun. The hike in wasn't too bad. I mean, we were tired when we got here, but we've had time to recharge our batteries through the day, and we're doing pretty good. So we took the jerky, which was awesome. The jerky turned out really good. We took the jerky and we took it off of the tripod for the night. We put it in stainless steel containers, and we threw a water bottle with cordage way up over a branch, and then we tied that stainless steel container to because it had the jerky in them, and we hoisted it way up in the tree. So, and plus it's a ways away from our camp. But it's been fun. It's been a good time out here. I'm really enjoying it. And this is what life's about. It's about getting out. I did some friction fire practice tonight. We might give it a crack again tomorrow. I'm not sure. But
I'm ready for bed, and I miss the girls, I miss Bella, and the fire is pretty much out. I mean, it's very mild right now, and it's about to kind of die out. But it's time for bed, so I'll talk at you guys in the morning. Sweet dreams. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and we'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Bad hair day. I slept really good last night. I got warm. Actually got a little too warm. Had to unzip the bottom of my bedroll to get a little bit of airflow. Shelter held up really well. One of the cool things about sleeping in a shelter like this is it blocks a lot of sound noise, so you don't get a bunch of noise. It's pretty cool. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm guessing. So I gotta pee like really bad. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna pee, make the fire, start the day. Hope you guys are doing well.
Well, today has been a lot of fun. We've been eating a lot of jerky, we've been talking, we've been hanging out, catching up. It's been a while since I've seen Justin. Eating a lot of jerky, like I said, staying hydrated, and just out here enjoying life. This plow point that I'm sitting underneath right now, we put up just because we were practicing the technique of the plow point. So I'm glad that we had it. The rain, we were packing up our stuff, getting ready to go, getting ready to hike out of here, and this storm came in, and it came in quick. So I'm glad that we had this plow point. This rain is coming down pretty good. Justin is hiding in the shelter over there, and I'm noticing that this isn't just rain. This is a storm of hail. I'm looking off down here, and I'm seeing, hopefully you can see that. Right there on that little patch of dirt, you can see that it's hail. It's not just rain. Look at that. Little chunks of ice falling down. But this is what life's about. It's about getting out. It's about having fun, spending time with your friends, and enjoying and embracing moments just like this. Even though it's not what we had in the scope of our plans, it is what it is, and that's what we do. We live. We come out, we enjoy, and we make the best out of all these situations. And there's no place that I would rather be than right here, right now, where I'm at, because this is what it's about. Look at that beautiful storm coming. I'm kind of wondering how the shelter is doing with him over there, because when I stayed in there the other day, we didn't get this heavy of a downpour. I'm noticing that he's got his raincoat on in there, so he might be getting a little wet. I don't know. Well, we're all packed up and hiking out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This trip was a lot of fun. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video. Feel free to share it. And until next time, have a beautiful day.
So long.
Bye. Well, we are on the last stretch of the hike. We're almost out of here. Saw a snake a minute ago, and I stopped for a second, had to identify the snake. It's been a good hike. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll talk at you next time. There's the cabin. That's a good sign. We are here. It's been fun. Such a beautiful day. Nice hike. Life is good. Hope you guys are doing well.